So one of my dreams has always been to live in the suburbs. Now in England, this is what the suburbs look like. Whereas in America, this is what they look like. So since I don't live in America, I thought today I would build my dream suburban house in BLOXBURG. So the beady eye among of you might have noticed my layout behind. And basically I'm gonna be living as a desperate housewife today. So we'll name the plot Wisteria Lane. Beep, beep, beep lane. Alrighty, so the hallmark of any suburban home is the texture, and it consists of mainly planks. So to start with, I've gone for this aesthetic wheat color for the roofs. I also feel like it couldn't hurt to have just a little bit of normal plankage, a texture which I can apparently not find. Oh wait, I know what it's called. Shingle. It's the one that sounds like that bum disease where you get like shingle. And the reason that we've got like a literal castle turret over here, we have not suddenly become the King of England, I wish. But instead, a lot of suburban houses have this kind of shape, which I love. It's just so unfair. Like English houses, yes, the rich ones are stunning, but like the average English house, why do they make them so boring? And voila, this is so far my suburban home. Oh my god. And I am of course about to decorate this exterior, but I did first want to share with you my amazing floor plan, which I thought up all with my own pea-sized brains. Just feast your eyes on my floor plan downstairs and then feast your eyes on my floor plan upstairs. Isn't it just splendid? Of course we do have this void room because BLOXBURG roofs, we have to be a little bit shifty with them. So hopefully from that you can like copy this build if you want to make it for yourself. So first things first, well, it's actually like 50th thing. It's been a while since I've added the traditional front door, but this is just the suburban dream. Like, by the way, guys, don't worry if you don't know the show Desperate Housewives. It literally came out in the 2000s and they all have really nice panel doors. So I'm going to give mine a blue panel door. And next up, well, other than wall trims, which I'll just click. There we go. Much better. That's just added like the foundations. As I was saying, now we can add the windows, which are going to be such a crucial part of this. I'm thinking most suburban houses have these factory windows mixed with these like curly ones. A little building hack, which I share pretty much every video because I'm low-key obsessed with it, is wrapping your windows in structural beams. And those of you with super good eyesight might notice I'm actually using different ones to normal today. Normally I outline them with this thickness, but today I've just gone for a medium thickness. Here is going to be a bathroom, so we're going to have a little window here so you can peep it. Actually, that sounds really weird. No, not so you can peep in, but just because it looks cute. And then maybe on the top of these ones up here is where we can try adding the archway as well. So I don't know if we're gonna have enough space. Yippee! I just choked on beauty. So in an ideal world, we'd actually have like 3 of these. Does that look good? That is giving Wisteria Lane. If you didn't know, Wisteria Lane is basically just a road filled with gorgeous suburban houses like this one. And if you paid attention to the floor plan, you will know in here is gonna be a closet. Oh no, a bathroom. To live in the suburbs. It's basically just filled with rich people, to be fair. And just before I do the rest of the windows, I thought down here we could have some double French doors. And the reason I'm using French ones is, once again, it's just that gorgeous suburbia kind of vibe. Over here is going to be our garage, and that one is perfect. So then I added the rest. And just as a little treat, I actually added a balcony coming out of the master bedroom here. Get on my level. I'm joking. Is that nice? No, that's not giving suburbia. That is though, and then we can finish it off with a structural beam. And also, let me shine some light on the subject. How have I not realized this SpongeBob color? I must have accidentally done that earlier. Get out of here.
A few moments later.
I would hope that is a given that we've got to add. I don't even know what these are called. Roof beams, I guess, would be the basic way of putting it.
You're basic.
I like to call them spider legs. And you guys often ask me, do you need the transform tool to do this? No, if you get it right the first time, but I almost never get it right the first time. So, and over this side, I've just gone a little bit rogue. I've never, obviously, I don't normally add pyramid roofs to my houses, so I've never really had the opportunity to outline them. But if we neaten all of this up a little bit, whoosh, that was the sound of this build taking my breath away. I know I've built a few houses in this style before, but they have never looked like this. It's a mixture of mansion, rich, and suburbia, and I also have low battery, so let's plug her in. There is no better sound on a computer than that. So next things next, because I have just spent 45 minutes doing this. I think first of all, we should put in the porch flooring. That is just gonna wrap around here. I don't really even think we're gonna put much on here. It's just a nice little thing to, oh my gosh, the SpongeBob color again. Get out of here, SpongeBob. Do you guys think I should add fences here? Or maybe like bushes between these? I don't know. I feel like that actually does look quite good. It's the little things in life. That has immediately improved that front bit. We'll put this porch light in. I swear that's a Taylor Swift lyric, like, walking under the porch light. And I guess if you're this bougie living in the suburbs, you probably would have like a full-blown bench in your entryway. And we're gonna move this basic newbie trash bag and mailbox out the way. And we're gonna go grab ourselves a new one. We're gonna buy ourselves this bougie mailbox to go right here. And yes, I am gonna come back out and decorate the garden and front and stuff, but I personally wanna head inside now. So first things first, I think we should do the dining room. I don't know why I'm feeling dining vibes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need some friends. No, I'm not gonna need friends, I have friends. I'm gonna need some help from a friend. And that friend is Google. So we're gonna look up suburban, spacious, contemporary. So throughout the whole house, I'm gonna have a nice wooden plank floor. And I don't think we can make it linen. The linen haters would actually go feral on me. So we're gonna actually use a pine cone. And I'm gonna try once, guys. And I swear to gosh, if this does not lay up the right way, I'm gonna go mad. Thank the Lord. All of our walls in here for now are just going to be white, except this one. We're going to have an indoor-outdoor vibe and have actually a brick wall here. Now, that is not just me being insane. We're going into fireplaces, the most smoking hot section in Bloxburg. And we're going to add in a fireplace. Now, I would love to add this one, but you can't change the color of the fire. Bloxburg's biggest mistake was doing that. We're going to add this one. This is a bit of a rogue choice. And since Suburban is very, like, panelly and stuff, we're going to use them. And then for our bottom panels, I'm actually going to do a building hack. Please do not ask me what happened to my voice there. So firstly, for this building hack, you're going to grab the convex painting. You're then going to sprint like Sonic up to it and just type in absolute gibberish. And what this should do is, give you a plain blank painting. And you're going to color this white. Now, the next stage should be pretty self-explanatory, but you're going to grab some thin beams and we're going to make a panel pattern. And it can be a little bit nitpicky, but once you've done it, you now have a gorgeous panel which you can use all the way around the house. So don't get me wrong, they are a bit expensive at $500 a piece.
Not to sound like a millionaire or whatever, but...
Then along this wall, back to the theme of paintings, I'm just gonna have a few pieces of artwork. And once again, outlining these with some beams. This video should just be called True Reese's using beams for 20 minutes straight. But I was thinking we could actually add a trifecta of doors. Yes, that is me using awesome language. I was just thinking that actually looks kind of nicer than having that there. And it might seem a little unorthodox having an entertainment center inside a dining room. Like normally you'd have this in the lounge room. But I was thinking, I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I was hoping we could maybe slot this inside and it would look kind of seamless. First of all, I'm struggling to get it even in the middle. But once I did get it in, it looked astounding.
Oh my God! Wow!
And then I decorated it with some books and plants. I'm so sorry. Did I just invent like a new building hack? How to make a cute little dining room getup? Or you could use this in a bedroom or a living room or whatever your little heart desires, to be honest with you. What an absolute start to our house. Well, I say start. This video, we're probably already 10 minutes in, knowing my slow self. Separating the walls then, we'll have these nice pillars because the whole vibe of a suburban house is that it's very kind of open. Like, it's perfect for a house party because you know what the moms in the suburbs are like. Next up, we'll add a carpet. And building this house is like the first time I feel like a real Bloxburg builder. Like, normally I just feel average. Everyone knows I'm not the best builder, but I actually feel like I'm doing kind of good today. So for our table, shall we just use a Victor's one? I feel like that is too thin. Like, they like a thick table, the mums. And as you guys know, that shady bit in the middle annoys me. So to get rid of this, you just pull out a basic cube. And sometimes it works perfectly and sometimes it's a bit annoying. And then I literally decorated this as if we were in the season finale of Downton Abbey. And I've gone for these decorative jars. I was going to put this in the middle, but it kind of looks like it's somebody's ashes or something. And then I felt we kind of accidentally went for a green vibe, but green is giving suburbia. And why not? Let's actually make everything plaid. In this corner, I thought we could go for a good old Vicky's countertop. No, but I have actually gone for these these log lamps mixed with like a vase. Honestly, I feel I haven't used a custom mirror in forever. So if you didn't know, go grab yourself a decal. You actually only needed a one-side one, and I can't be bothered to find a code. So I'm just gonna look up mirror PNG, but this one's absolutely magnificent. So if we resize that, that is so nice in the corner there. I finished this room off with a couple more plants. I've added a shed ton of roof beams, and you guys know I don't like giving too much away before the tour, but look at this. It's one of the best rooms I've ever done. We probably should get a shuffle on because I have just taken, I'm not joking, that took me 25 minutes. One room. Like, I swear back in the day, I used to be so quick at building, but actually, just stop a minute, pause the video. Please go ahead and let me know in the comments. Do you like when I take more time and talk through the build, or when I do each room quicker? Let me know. So next things next, it's not actually going to be a room we're doing. We're sort of just going to be doing a little bit of admin work. That is definitely not the right word, but basically just some coloring of the walls and really just setting this layout, really. For example, over in this corner, I was thinking arches. Also, I knew going into the laundry room that I wanted to have some of these slidey doors because they looked so good. And also going into the greenhouse. Did I mention we have a greenhouse? Yes, I mean, that roof color needs to change. Who infected my house with SpongeBob? And also, when I was doing the windows, I just completely forgot about these, apparently. Also, it's not even a greenhouse anyway. It's a conservatory. What am I chatting about? Like, unless I became a plant overnight, I'm pretty sure humans have conservatories and plants have greenhouses. And oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Do you know what? We should so make this a door here. That was a big brain moment. I hate that phrase, but that was a big brain moment. So next things next is adding the wall trims in, coloring the walls, setting the house foundation. And hey, chickens, just a little pop back in. As I was sort of adding in the hallways and stuff, I was just fixing upstairs. And you can see there is all roof sticking around here. Now, of course, this thin part here isn't ideal, but I've covered up this entire roof and I just wanted to show you how. Basically, I've just grabbed myself a basic a basic shape and shoved it over where these roof gaps are. Now, of course, this one is much worse than that one.
Hell to the no.
But since I've got all of these custom wall trims and stuff and these structural items, I can literally, like real life, if you can fix anything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought I would show you all of that, and let me just finish everything else. And okie blimmin' dokie, so I am back. Basically, as you can see, this hallway is now looking a little bit more like a hallway. I haven't really added much decoration to it yet. Little update on upstairs. This is what it's looking like, but I have just realized sort of the size of the task in front of me. We have actually only done one room. And I started filming at 2 o'clock. I've been filming for 2 hours and 8 minutes, and I built one room. So I'm thinking, I'm still gonna obviously do loads more in this video, but I'm thinking that we might have to break this into 2 parts. So I'm gonna do as much as I can today, but obviously I don't want this video to be like an hour long, so I might have to split it into 2. But anyway, next up, let's go to the kitchen. The area where you may have noticed that there is not any of these wall panels. Well, that's because I didn't really want to waste the money, because of course we're mainly gonna be having counters and cabinets in here. So if there's one thing Suburbia mums love, it is a rustic cabinet, and I guess that makes me a suburb mum. So there's obviously the door to the garage, so we can have the kitchen come out really quite far actually, and I've never been one for covering windows with cabinets, so I'm actually just gonna leave that open. Don't know what that noise was, but this looks so much better. There's no need to like join it together at the end. Another selling point of these panels, you can actually place them underneath windows. You have got to have a little bit of skill to do it, but oh my gosh, I guess we should give these some texture. Like, I don't know what one I want. I don't want it to be too full on, but I do feel like a plank could work well. Maybe a ghost grey. Do you know what? I'm actually really digging that. So we'll add in the appliances like the fridge and the oven. Ooh, this is exciting, using all new things. Not me calling this new when it's been in the game literally before I was born. Espresso to symbolize our love for Sabrina Carpenter's new song, Espresso. Oh, sorry, a fly just tried to fly into my mouth, ironically. For what I like to call the staple appliances, like the stovetops and the fridge, I've gone for black and gold. And then for the other ones, I've just gone for like quite a variety of colors. I realized I could actually extend it over here a little bit further. Perhaps this here could be more of our sink unit. Yes, guys, it's that part in every True Reese's video. It's basically got its like own section now, like adding my custom sink. Just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I may or may not have just changed the entire color scheme of the kitchen. So then going down the middle, we've obviously got to have islands, and then we can use this silly little thing on here. But hopefully, oh my gosh, that's shot to outer space. hopefully this will just cover up this annoying glitching on the top. I'm in love. And on the middle here, I guess we'll just have like our plant pots. I am going to add some stools because I feel like that way it's not really a waste of an island. You can technically still sit here, although you would have to have the legs of an ant. Would you look at that kitchen? It's one of the best I've ever done. Then I added just some sort of decorative kind of bits. And you could probably all guess, but I am actually going to add a kitchen table. Now, this is the perfect thing to put in this space. Yes, we have a dining room right through here, but can someone tell me what's better than one dining room? 2 dining rooms. It's going to be a slightly less formal dining room, but suburban mums never want to look improper. So I've still used these pretty bougie like looking chairs. And what's more homely than offering some fresh lemons, because when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And honestly, that's like the entire right side of the house done, other than the garage, which I feel like we should finish off this segment of the video with. We will use concrete in here because you guys actually get quite sad when I use wood. You're like, Reese's, it's gonna burst the tires. And to be fair, since this is kind of a realistic house, I guess that is true today. Not only will we have that pathway coming out the garage, we should also probably have this one over here. And the one thing about the TV show Desperate Housewives is that their gardens are all immaculate, because of course not everyone who lives in the suburbs is a housewife, but if you are, you have so much time to just like do gardening and stuff. There we go. I was thinking we could have like almost a little seating bit here because the outside is so textured and aesthetic. It actually kind of looks good having this. Just outside of each of these then, I'm going to place some rose bushes. These are sort of a subtle flex on your neighbors because you don't realize how expensive these are. Like adding all of these is going to add up to like $30,000.
$30,000?
You forget that there are some garagey kind of things. For example, this, scissors. Can you tell I don't do a lot of gardening? Then maybe some of these stepping stones always work a treat at separating gardens out. And I was racking my brain for what to put in this space here. Picnic basket blanket. That also got me thinking we could go into babies and kids, and they have so many fun outdoorsy stuff here, like a fun kite. And then of course in this part here, what I was gonna add is a little wicker seating area. But I've just added a similar thing there. It looks really weird in build mode, but if you press H, you can actually get rid of the grid. And this is the front of our house. Oh my God! As we move into the garage, I low-key just stole the color scheme back from the dining room. And I have just added some glass windows as well, which are probably looking wild from the outside, but I ain't gonna beat around the bush about this. Let's go and grab these bad boys. And I wanted to do part food storage and part maintenance, but then I thought, what if like a drop of gasoline gets on like the frozen eggs or something? And then finally, we'll have our second car, which is probably best to be the family SUV. And with that, guys, our suburban house is halfway done. Okay, chicken ducklings, here we are outside the start of my new home, and I just love it. If you're wondering, so far we're already valuing at $388,000 at beep 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 lane. Just before we go in and look around, I just wanted to say, if you guys really want a part 2, I will 100% do one. So just like the video or something and let me know that you actually want a part 2. But yes, let's go look around now. So as you just saw there, the outside of this house, it goes without saying, is absolutely beautiful. From the curved little tower over here to the main chunk of the house to the garage. Here is our portrait, which we didn't actually get around to decorating much of. But if you guys want part 2, then we will of course finish that off inside now. So as we go through the front door. Do you know what's so exciting about this? It's kind of like a role play. I feel like we're moving into my new home slowly but surely. So you know when you go like look around your house, I mean, hopefully there'd be floor there and not just grass, but this room especially just looks so good. Through here is going to be our conservatory. I'm thinking about having this as like a music room with a piano and some chairs where you can have some like lunch and have someone play piano or something like that. And here's our laundry room, which is massive, like almost big enough to be a bedroom. And then in here is our downstairs bathroom. And here is the kitchen. So this is really giving you a flavor of what the house is actually going to look like in the end. This kitchen is so different to any of the ones I've done before. If you've watched the channel, you'll know that. In here is the SUV family car. And then the first room we did, my personal favorite so far, is the dining room. And oh, forgot to change the paintings, but the sunflowers actually look kind of good. But no, I will probably end up changing them. And this unit, I'm still not over it. Just before we finish this tour, we can actually go upstairs. And I first of all love this massive glass window. Up here, we do only have 2 bedrooms. So over on this side is going to be that spare room. We'll of course fix that horrifying wall. And then over here is going to be our master bedroom, which is massive. And then if we go through this wall, we obviously have the master closet and master bathroom. So that concludes today's video. Do subscribe if you had a fun time watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.